some other places.
I like it like that.
Come on,
Come on, let me.
There are songs that spent only a few months on the charts, yet remained in the memories of an entire generation for more than half a century. They played through brand new transistor radios, drifted from Chevrolets cruising down Main Street, and filled neighborhood diners every weekend. The remarkable thing is that behind these unforgettable melodies weren't legendary superstars. They were ordinary people who stepped into the spotlight just once.
Pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel.
Some were still in high school. Some found fame through recordings that no one expected to succeed. Others spent the rest of their lives living in the shadow of a single song. Today, let's travel back to 1961 and rediscover 10 forgotten one-hit wonders that America has never truly forgotten. Number 10. Peanut Butter, BY the Marathons. Some artists spend a lifetime searching for one hit. The Marathons had only one chance. They walked into the recording studio, hoping to make a song that might persuade a few DJs to give it a spin. No one imagined that song would have such a simple and almost comical title, Peanut Butter. Before long, the dance craze was everywhere, from jukeboxes and neighborhood burger joints to teenage parties across America. The song climbed into the top 20 of the Billboard Hot 100, giving the group the brightest moment of their career.
Peanut butter, creamy peanut butter.
They never returned to those heights, but sometimes one unforgettable summer is enough to be remembered for a lifetime.
I really, really love you.
Number 9. I Really Love You by the Stereos.
But when I see you coming down the street, my heart.
Not everyone finds it easy to say, I love you. Perhaps that's why the Stereos chose to sing it instead. There was no elaborate story, no sophisticated studio production, just a group of young men pouring all the emotions of youth into a single recording. Just as transistor radios were becoming a fixture in American homes, I Really Love You was playing everywhere, eventually reaching the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. Unexpectedly, it also became the highest point the group would ever reach.
I praise the world if you could know it when I see you.
Some artists spend their entire careers searching for a song like that. The Stereos found theirs early and lost it just as quickly.
You're the reason I don't sleep.
Number 8. You're the Reason by Bobby Edwards.
You're the reason I don't sleep at night.
Don't sleep.
Sometimes the hardest part isn't becoming famous. It's having the patience to wait for your moment. Bobby Edwards had spent years performing before finally recording a song that made people remember his name.
Come over and keep me company.
As You're the Reason played through car radios during weekend drives across America's highways, listeners found a sincerity that was impossible to fake. The song eventually reached the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the biggest success of Bobby Edwards' career.
I'm betting you're not losing sleep.
He never managed to repeat that achievement, but perhaps Bobby understood that being heard by all of America just once was something many artists never experienced at all.
If these songs are taking you back to some of the happiest years of your life, we'd truly appreciate it if you could take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing back the songs that became the soundtrack of an entire generation.
When we get married,
Number 7. When We Get Married by the Dreamlovers.
we'll have a ball.
Before becoming recording artists, many members of the Dreamlovers worked ordinary day jobs just like everyone else. They worked during the day and made music at night, never imagining that a song about marriage would change their lives forever.
Oh, folks gonna whisper and say How lovely.
When We Get Married quickly became a favorite at proms and wedding celebrations throughout 1961, carrying the group into the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. At a time when so many young people were dreaming about the future, the song became a promise shared by an entire generation.
Our wedding day, not very far.
Eventually, the Dreamlovers returned to everyday life. But that heartfelt promise has continued to echo for more than 60 years.
Let me show you where it's at. Come on, let me show you where.
Number 6, I Like It Like That by Chris Kenner.
The name of the place, I like it like that.
Chris Kenner grew up in New Orleans, where music filled every street corner. He wasn't trying to write a hit, he simply wanted to capture the lively atmosphere he experienced every day. Little did he know that such simplicity would change his life forever.
I like it like that. Now you take Sally, and I'll take Sue.
I Like It Like That quickly became a familiar soundtrack in diners and at weekend parties across America. The song climbed into the top 5 of the Billboard Hot 100, taking Chris Kenner to a level of success he would never reach again.
Come on, let me show you where it's at.
He experienced only one shining moment like that, but the next story is even more remarkable because the hit song was written by a girl who was only 15 years old.
Baby blue, I love you.
Number 5, Baby Blue by The Echoes.
Are you really wise? Really wise?
Some songs become famous because of their lyrics. Baby Blue became unforgettable for a different reason. From the very first time it played on America's transistor radios, listeners couldn't get the catchy chorus, spelling out the title letter by letter, out of their heads. It was a simple idea, but one the entire country remembers.
Baby blue,
Few people realized that the Echoes were simply 3 young men from Brooklyn hoping for a chance to change their lives. No one expected that recording to carry them into the top 20 of the Billboard Hot 100 and become the brightest moment of their career.
angel lover, all are
They
incomplete.
continued performing afterward, but the spotlight never returned. And our next story begins with a night when it seemed as if all of America stayed awake. Number 4, Last Night by the Marquis. Sometimes the biggest star on a hit record isn't the person holding the microphone. The Marquis barely had a lead singer at all. They were simply a group of young Stax Records musicians who were called into the studio to record an instrumental track for fun. No one expected Last Night to become a sensation, filling diners and dance halls across America. The song climbed to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and helped launch the careers of several musicians who would later become soul music legends. But for the Marquis themselves, they never experienced another moment quite like it. And the next story is even more surprising because it was created by a young man who never imagined he'd become a star.
Pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel.
Number 3, Pretty Little Angel Eyes by Curtis Lee. In 1961, Curtis Lee was still a complete unknown. The moment that changed his life wasn't just the song. It was also a young producer named Phil Spector, years before he became one of the most famous producers in music history. Pretty Little Angel Eyes quickly spread from jukebox to jukebox across America, climbing into the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. Everyone believed Curtis Lee was destined for an even bigger career. But the magic happened only once. After the spotlight faded, he quietly returned to a more ordinary life. Next comes the story of a 15-year-old girl who wrote one of the most beautiful love songs of its era. Numero 2, Angel Baby, B.Y. Rosie and the Original.
Angel baby, my angel baby.
Some hit songs are recorded in million-dollar studios. Angel Baby certainly wasn't. Rosie Hamlin was only 15 years old when she and her friends recorded the song in a tiny California studio. They couldn't even afford another session, so the original recording, with all of its technical imperfections, was released exactly as it was. No one imagined that such a humble recording would ever travel beyond their neighborhood. But once transistor radios across America began playing Angel Baby, the song quickly climbed into the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, making Rosie one of the country's most beloved teenage voices. Rosie never had another hit of that magnitude, but sometimes honesty lasts far longer than studio perfection, and our #1 song was born from something as simple as a gathering on a rooftop. Number 1. There's a Moon Out Tonight by the Capris. Many people believe the Capris became famous overnight. The truth is, they waited nearly 3 years before finally getting their breakthrough. When There's a Moon Out Tonight was first released, almost no one noticed it. Everything changed only after a New York DJ happened to play the record again. From radios on the streets of Brooklyn to slow dances across America, the song spread rapidly and climbed into the top 5 of the Billboard Hot 100. Sometimes all it takes to create a classic is one person willing to press play one more time. The Capris never managed to recapture that magical moment, but more than 60 years later, whenever There's a Moon Out Tonight begins to play, it still carries millions of listeners back to a warm summer night in 1961, when it felt like anything was possible.
With those eyes of blue.
What makes one-hit wonders so special isn't that their artists had only one hit. It's that a single moment was enough to stay with an entire generation. More than 60 years later, these songs still transport us back to transistor radios, neighborhood diners, high school proms, and endless summer nights that seemed like they would last forever.
I like peanut butter, creamy peanut butter. Come on, let me show you where it's at. Come on, let me show you where it's at.
Which of these 10 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1961 still holds a special place in your memory? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love discovering the stories behind the songs that became the soundtrack of America's youth, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can join us for many more nostalgic journeys ahead.